All right, guys. So we're back today, man. We have to talk about this Big Mom, this kid in this law fight, because oh my God, bro. This chapter 1039 was insane. Literally one of my favorite fights in Wano, one of my favorite fights in the series so far, but there's one little problem with this fight. And because of that, I had to make a video, man. We got to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it on Twitter because I know immediately people are going to be like, I'm hating. And that's not what this video is for. It's to discuss something that I feel like was missing from this fight that makes it kind of hard to gauge Big Mom's true power. But before we get into today's video, if you guys like videos like these, make sure you leave that like. And if you want more, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So Big Mom versus Kid-in-Law was an amazing fight for a lot of different reasons. I like it because it was very different than what I'm used to with One Piece. The choreography was a bit different. The attacks that were coming from the opponents and, you know, Big Mom, they were different than what I'm used to seeing. A lot of people compare this to like a Bleach fight, which I thought was like pretty funny. But like, honestly, bro, the way these powers are, it was like something like that. It was something special. The attacks that Big Mom were using and pulling out, like she's making like a clone made out of fire and thunder. We got Law using this huge big shock willy attack, crazy, making a huge hole in the ground. We got Kid, he using a bull, but this time he pulled out something other than metal. He uses like a railgun type attack, this huge beam, electromagnetism is, you know, to be exact. And I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking like, okay, this is awesome. They end up hitting Big Mom with their trump cards, and then of course they yell out, yo, your era is about to end. And my problem with all of that isn't that Big Mom might lose. My issue is she is not using her advanced conqueror's haki. That is a problem to me. The reason why I think that that's an issue with the fight is because she's not using her power to her full extent. People can have room to be like, okay, well, this seems like a Mickey Mouse win. And I'm not going to say it's a Mickey Mouse win 100%, bro. I'm not going to say that. Kid-in-Law did do their thing and they are respectively doing a lot of damage. My problem is, why is Big Mom using her advanced conqueror's haki against page 1, but she won't use it against Kid-in-Law when she's like losing the fight? Her bones are getting broken, tattered, things like that, and she still isn't using her advanced conqueror's haki, which we know is a flow of haki. So people should be able to use it both offensively and defensively. Why are you not using your advanced conquerors? Now people will make the argument, oh, there was a chapter where Usopp flexed with Big Mom's conqueror's haki, but that was exerted conqueror's haki that was making people pass out. That's a difference between the conquerors being exerted and people foaming from the mouth and being passed out, and from Big Mom using her conqueror's coding in an attack against page 1. They are not mutually exclusive. They are different things. He was flexing a conqueror's haki like being exuded. That is something that has been happening here when Big Mom gets heated up, but she's not flowing her conqueror's haki and using it as an attack. Now, some people will say, well, maybe Big Mom's conqueror's haki or her haki isn't that good and she's relying on her homies, her devil fruit. That's all fine and dandy, but we know specifically that conqueror's coding, advanced conqueror's haki, is something that only the strong have. It is a strong technique. Look at the feats that we've seen with it so far. Zoro has scarred Kaido. He's defeated King. Yamato cracked Kaido in the jaw with her Thunderbog with Conqueror's attack. Kaido is using Conqueror's coding against Luffy. Luffy's using it back, and he's actually doing damage to Kaido with advanced Conquerors. It's very, very strong. It's a very potent ability. It should be being used. Now, because it's not being used, like I said, people can have arguments and try to downplay Kid-in-Law because of it. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to ask the question, why isn't it being used? I have a somewhat kind of solution to this that's kind of a speculation on what I think happens next or what could happen next. So bear with me. Now, I know that Kid fans may not like this a lot. They may like this, but also dislike this because I have a different mindset on what's going to happen than they do. I've seen a lot of Kid fans say that Big Mom may get back up, and since she hasn't used her advanced conquerors, this will be the time where Kid can use his and defeat Big Mom in a 1v1. Well, the problem with that is I really don't think it would be great writing if we have Luffy, who had to actually train to flow his haki and actually use his flowing of haki he learned in Udon with what he learned from watching Kaido attack to use his Conqueror's coding or advanced Conqueror's haki. And I don't think it's cool watching Zoro literally have an instrument through Enema that allowed him to use advanced Conqueror's haki. And then we have Kid, who hasn't trained to flow his haki, hasn't really been using his haki that much, be able to just use advanced conquerors out of nowhere against Big Mom. That to me wouldn't be great writing. Now, I think a better solution to this is Big Mom gets up and she faces Kid and uses her advanced conqueror's haki and defeats Kid. Now, I think in defeating him, it would exert so much energy, Big Mom would probably have to retreat and not go to the roof because she's used a ton of energy and she's been beat up. But if she uses advanced conquerors and wins against Kid, I know that a lot of people wouldn't like this. Well, I'm not going to say a lot of people, but Kid fans specifically and Law fans probably wouldn't like this. However, this may be what Kid needs to see, hey, this advanced conqueror stuff, this is the next level for me. This is where I need to get to. I don't think in any way he should just be pulling advanced conquerors out unless it's in a non-flowing way. Like if there's a like base level advanced conquerors and then there's like the Rio type of advanced conquerors, if there's two different like types, I could see him maybe unlocking it through a haki bloom. But if it's like one specific type, I don't want him to be able to just do what Luffy had to train to do and what Zoro literally had to have Enma to do. To me, that just does not make sense to me, because then it's like, where did he get it from? And that would be a problem. I'm not going to say it's a complete ass pool, but it would just like confuse me. I think him learning in this fight, having a learning experience and being like, okay, I couldn't pull it off, but it's because of this advanced conqueror situation. I need to figure out my haki, so next time I fight a Yonko, I have my awakening and I have advanced conquerors. That is one way I could see this being written, in which it makes sense that he doesn't just randomly have it, but also that he can like find a way to get to that next level so he can actually maybe rival Luffy in the future. There's also the possibility that Big Mom does lose here, but I don't think that she's out of the story. I'll explain. So Big Mom pirates are here. For me, they have to be here for a reason. I've talked about this. Why else would the Big Mom pirates be here than to help Big Mom somehow? And they're clearly not getting up the waterfall yet. I think that there's a possibility they could get up the waterfall to get Big Mom, or Big Mom gets, flown off the island somehow, or she lands in the water, they go to get her. Kind of like the situation with Luffy in the submarine with Law and stuff. We know that Big Mom can float because she like floated ashore when the first time, so that's a possibility. But Marco said specifically the next time that you guys got up here, there'd be a new era. Now I think he used the word specifically, a new era, if I'm not mistaken. So guys, you can double check on that, but he said a new era, and Law saying that the era is ending. So I think it's a possibility that the Big Mom pirates could get up the waterfall to get Big Mom after she is defeated. And that way she's still in the story, but she lost. It's a win-win for me because I really want to see her and Luffy finish things, but I also want to give Law and Kid their win. So if Law and Kid can defeat Big Mom here and she retreats with the Big Mom pirates, that's a win-win for me. She's still in the story. I still get to see stuff in Elbaf with her, and hopefully her versus Luffy, because I want to see Luffy actually put her out the story. Like, I know he's not going to kill her, but like beat her into amnesia forever or something. Like, do something, Luffy. Like, my God, bro, y'all have so much built up stuff since Fishman Island. Like, I'm just going to be tight if that doesn't happen. But I mean, it is what it is. I think her not using her advanced conqueror's haki is kind of wild though. It's something that I don't really understand, but it may just be Oda trying not to like have it be a situation where she just wins. Maybe he's making it plot convenient, because I really feel like if Big Mom started with her advanced conquerors from the beginning of this fight, she would just fold Kid and Law. I think she would just win if she was just using all advanced conquerors attacks. They don't have advanced conquerors. They have no way to defend against it. It's internal damage. She would literally just destroy them. I feel like she would just beat them. She's fast enough to hit them. We've seen that. She's also fast enough to dodge some of their attacks. Like, we know that she can land the hits. So, I mean, I think that she would have folded them if she was just using her most strong ability from the beginning. If this was like Big Mom with Kaido's brain, like, she would have destroyed them. I feel like Big Mom, I love Big Mom so much power-wise, but I feel like a lot of the reason people don't hold her, in the top, they have her in the top 10, but like on the lower end of the top 10, a lot of people have her because she's not competent. She's an incompetent fighter because of her personality, and it makes sense with her writing. However, I feel like she needs to like show me more. I want to see more competency from her so she can actually not be in a situation where she has more power than two individuals and not use it. I don't know, guys. But guys, these are just my thoughts on this whole Big Mom versus Kid and Law thing and what's next for this fight. But I want to know what all of you think, so make sure you comment down below and let me know. Also, in my pinned comment is my Twitter link. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, and my Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. And I also have a Patreon link there too, so make sure you join the Patreon. And as always, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy during these trying times. This has been Synsei Inc., and I will see you all in the next video.